Hey guys, it's Jessica. I am so excited you joined the 21-day clean eating challenge. I have had so much success with this, and I just know that you are going to as well. I'm making this video just as an overview to maybe answer any questions you have about the meal plan and the program itself. So please get a pen and paper and try to write down as much information as you can. The first thing I want to talk about is the meal plan. So I sent you a meal plan with a list of proteins, healthy fats, carbohydrates, and veggies and fruits that you can have. You'll notice that I didn't list all the proteins that exist or all the carbohydrates. And there's a reason for that. Through my research, I found that the foods I listed are the lowest in calories and the highest in nutrition. So that way we're going to have the maximum results that we possibly can throughout the next 21 days. The reason we're doing this for 21 days is because it's been researched and proven that if you do something consistently for the next 21 days, it becomes a habit. I want you to think about this challenge as a class or a course that is going to teach you what you can eat on a daily basis versus once or twice a week. So let's get started with another aspect of the meal plan, and that is the portions. You'll notice that for each meal, I give you specific portions that you need to eat. The reason we are going to watch our portions is because we're not counting calories. So it's very important that we are aware of what and how much is on our plate. If you don't have a food scale, you can use your hand as a visual to help you measure out your portions. So first thing is going to be your protein. Your protein should not be longer or wider than your hand. Carbohydrates are about a fistful, and healthy fats are a pinch. Veggies, you don't have to worry about. We can have as much as we want and as much as we need to feel full. So always you'll see when I upload my meals, a big portion of my plate is full of vegetables. The next thing I want to talk about is the time frame of the meal plan. So we're having 4 meals a day and we're waiting 3 to 4 hours in between each meal. There's a reason for that. We need to be waiting the 3 to 4 hours because we want to give our bodies enough time to burn the last meal, and then we want to feed it again at a maximum of 4 hours so our body doesn't store fat. This is something that I've also found in my research as to why people are gaining weight or not losing weight is because they're not eating enough and they're not eating as frequently throughout the day. Another aspect of the meal plan is protein. Protein is one of the most important things that we're going to be eating during the next 21 days. So we're going to have protein with every single meal on the plan. The reason is protein is what's going to keep us feeling full, and it's also what's going to help us grow and build muscle. So muscle is ultimately what is going to turn our bodies into a fat burning machine. The more muscle you have on your body, the more calories and the more food you can ultimately eat. I want you to also think about this challenge as something that is going to change. This is not just a meal plan that you're going to use for the rest of your life. The goal is that we should ultimately be adding and incorporating more to our diet as our body gets more and more trained and we're losing more and more weight. Another thing I want to talk about with the food is we will be cooking during this challenge. I recommend cooking anywhere from 2 to 3 days per week. You'll notice if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I like to meal prep in bulk. I do it what's called a buffet style. So I get out my tin pans, I load up my veggies, I load up my proteins and my carbohydrates. Now, when you go food shopping, you'll notice that there are some things you can pick up that'll make cooking a little easier. So I definitely buy like the 5-minute rice packets. That's very helpful for a carb, a quick one if I didn't cook something up. I also use a lot of frozen fish. I keep it in the refrigerator. That's something that I usually don't cook in advance. However, you want to be cooking in bulk and having the meals with you because it's so hard to find the meals we can eat with the portions we can have. So preparation is key, and I really want you to get busy in the kitchen with this challenge. Another thing I want to talk about within the 21-day challenge, I'm going to share quickly with you some of the items I use when I do the 21-day challenge. So the first thing is when you first wake up, we're going to have a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I usually put my tablespoon in a bottle of water, shake it up, and chug it. They also have gummies if it doesn't taste good to you and you can't stomach it. I completely understand. They sell apple cider vinegar gummies. I would definitely invest in those. The reason being is that ACV helps with digestion and revving up your metabolism, which is ultimately what we want to do. Another thing I want to share with you for breakfast, I like to use quick oats. The reason being is that it's less than 1 gram of sugar. When you go food shopping, you'll notice in the oatmeal section, they have like a lot of Quaker Oats and a lot of other brands. They're loaded with sugar and they are extremely processed. They have a lot of preservatives in them. So I would definitely opt for, if we're going to eat clean, get something cleaner. When I cook for my challenges, when I cook and do my meal preps, I use whatever seasoning I want. You can do the same. You can use as much of it as you need. And I do not cook with sauces. So I do not want you cooking with any type of marinades or any sauces. One thing I do recommend after you're done cooking, when you're eating your meal, these are some sauces I use because they're extremely low in calorie and they're sugar-free and they taste great. So this is one of them. I use sugar-free sweet chili. I love this with grilled chicken, or if I'm having a chicken burger or a turkey burger, it's delicious. I also love this one. So this is a honey mustard one. And I like also a little hot sauce. When I do my turkey chop meat and I do like my taco or Mexican fajita style, I like to use hot sauce. So these are just some sauces you can use to enhance the flavor of your food when you're eating it. And you want to do this afterwards. You never want to use this stuff while you're cooking because we can't be aware of the measurements and how much of it we're having. I also want to share what kind of bread I use. So I recently discovered 647 bread, which is amazing. You'll notice on the meal plan, you can only have 1 slice of bread. However, if you have 647 bread, you can have 2 slices because 2 of these slices are equivalent to 1 regular slice. So another thing we want to get used to within the 21-day challenge is not eating after dinner. So like all that nighttime snacking that we used to do. On your meal plans, I put a tea to have after your dinner. So the reason why I'm recommending chamomile tea is because it helps with sleep, which is extremely important when it comes to weight loss, is you need to be sleeping well because your body needs to recover. And it also needs to burn off, all the meals that you had throughout the day. So chamomile helps with sleep, it helps with stress, and it helps with digestion. So it's an amazing tea, but of course you can have whatever tea you want. It is decaf. So I have it with a little bit of unsweetened almond milk and a pack of stevia. The last thing I want to talk about is water. We're going to be having water throughout the day. We're going to be having a gallon, or you could have what's equivalent to a gallon, which is 8 bottles of water. So I recommend first thing when you wake up, you chug a bottle of water with your ACV, chug a bottle of water with your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, and then you have the rest of the bottles to drink in between. So like with your workout, in between meals. Personally, I get very bored of just drinking plain water. After about 3 or 4 bottles in, I'm really struggling to continue drinking because I'm just so tired of it. So some things I use to enhance my water is water drops. So I like these in particular because they are zero everything and they're sweetened with stevia. Another thing I use is Crystal Light. So these are delicious. They're only about 5 calories. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll sprinkle half the packet and then I'll save half for later on in the day. And that is it. I have shared with you some tips for the 21-day challenge. You guys have your meal plan, you have your portions. I shared some sauces you guys can have with your food. I just want to put on the record that the air fryer is amazing for cooking healthy food because it gives it like that crunchy grill flavor and almost like that fried flavor for when we used to fry food in oil, except it's not, and it's so healthy and it's delicious. So I would definitely recommend cooking in the air fryer. And like I said, vegetables, you can have as much as you need. Incorporate that with all of your meals, and you guys should be on your way. I am going to be in constant contact with you during the next 21 days. I am going to add you to my private accountability group where we're going to be conducting daily check-ins, sharing success stories, and even sharing some of those struggling moments that we're going to have. So get that shopping list together, get your meal preps together, and let's do this.